the concept of shares, emigabo. You assume that the whole property is 100%, and you can give those children 10%, 5%, 30%, whatever you want. They will have their shares, but the property will remain together. That's why when you go to some parts of Ankara, you will see as if there are no people. Like when you live in Barara coming this way, you see big farms there. It's not that the people are few, it is because they are not fragmented. But anyway, coming in 1995, when so many mistakes had already happened, resulting into land fragmentation, I had now to start with the model of 4 acres. Please, let's start with the 4 acres model. And we put it in the 1996 manifesto. 1 acre for coffee, our modern Kawanda coffee, the colonial coffee, where you can get, in Vietnam, they say they get 18 million shillings from 1 acre. 2nd acre, fruits. 3rd acre, food crops. 4th acre, pasture for dairy farming. For dairy cows, 0 grazing. Then the backyard, you can have chicken for eggs. You can have pigs, those who don't mind pigs. And then in the wetland, in the edge of the wetlands, you can have fish farming. This is what I talked about when I went around recently, the 4 sectors and the 7 activities. So we put this in the manifesto of 1996. But our people don't attend to this. They are busy with other things, attending funeral, as if you are going to the church, to sit in the church, even if you don't have much to do there. They think this is leadership. So we started many programs in the government. We started Entandikwa. This Entandikwa was put at the sub-county. And we sent money. They embezzled it. Then we started the youth fund. That one also has been there. Then we started NADS in 2001, I think. NADS. By 2013, when I checked, little was happening. That's how I brought in the army, Operation Wealth Creation. Operation Wealth Creation, this time, I pegged them to the constituency. Let's have a supervisor per constituency. Operation Wealth Creation. And you take the inputs. Then there was microfinance. Then there was, later on, but if you study them, Entandikwa was best at the sub-county, because we would send money to the sub-county. NADS, microfinance, was scattered. They send money, I don't know where they send the money even, microfinance. In the discussion, you can bring it up. Where does microfinance, what is the destination of the microfinance money? Is it at the district? Is it where? NADS was scattered again, because I don't know whom they were targeting. Were they targeting per sub-county or what? Operation Wealth Creation, that one I remember because I told Saleh to peg them at the constituency. Now for the Myoga, which we started recently, we are pegging it at the constituency. Now, especially because of the operational wealth creation, there's been some impact. And my team was supposed to make few videos. Do you have some videos? Can you show us some few examples of where the screen is? I don't have my own screen here. Doesn't matter. If the other people are seeing me, I know. You put a few examples. Why? Of course, under NADS we were spending money, but in a scattered way. You don't know where they were, I don't know where they were basing to enter into the community. Because you must see, where can I enter the community best? But when I brought in Operation Wealth Creation, based at the constituency, it was a bit easier. As you can hear, some of these success stories. You had Nyakana, the one of Fort Portal, who is using just 1 acre for cows and poultry for eggs, cows for milk, and I think, if I remember correct, he's earning now 240 million shillings in a year. And he's employing 15 people. Then we went to Moyo, where the other priest has grown mangoes. I didn't hear where his kibaro, his calculation, but they are earning quite a lot of money. Then we went to this woman here, who started with the nyanya, then went into dairy, then went into pigs, then went into bananas, then went into fish farming. She did not tell us how much she's earning, but I think she had said somewhere quite a lot of money. Now, because of these efforts of Operation Wealth Creation, we found that when the UBOS did the recent household survey to find out how many people are still in subsistence farming, they found that the figure had reduced from 68% abakorera ekida kyonka, 68 out of 100, to now 39% who are still working for the stomach only. So there has been some movement for the first time, because I checked, and you can also go and check, in the census of 1969, people who were working for the stomach were 96%. Only 4% were in the money economy. You can go and check, because the census of 1959 is there, the one of 1969 is there, the one of 1980 is there, or was it, yes, 80, the one of 91 is there, the one of 2001 is there, and the one of 2014, you will see. Certainly, from 1991 to 2001, 2014, 68% were still in the subsistence farming. But now, UBOS is saying that only 39% are still outside the money economy, which means that, especially Operation Wealth Creation, has had some impact. And you can also see it in the amount of coffee we are exporting. We are now exporting almost 9 million bags of coffee from 2 million bags. So therefore, been on this issue for now almost 60 years. When I assessed, I could see that we can actually do much better than even Operation Wealth Creation. Operation Wealth Creation succeeded somehow. Why? Because somebody was looking after a given geographical location. Somebody was responsible, an army officer was responsible for a constituency. Yes, a lot of mistakes were made, but at least somebody was saying, this is my area. Like for instance, my area of Kaumu, this one near Makurubita. Whenever I have got anything to ask, I ask my commander, Kaliowa, Lieutenant Colonel Kaliowa, what's happening there? What's happening there? Now, these other efforts, the ones we have been involved in, they are scattered from the district, scattered. The youth fund is scattered. Or if you try to go to the I don't know how they handle it, but for me, I think it is quite scattered. The women fund, the interventions are there, but they are scattered. The microfinance, the money is there, but scattered. So that's why, after a long study, I introduced to the SEC in Igongo, in Chobe, the concept of the parish model. You people, why don't you place to approach these people is the parish? Because the parish, it is small enough, you know the households, you can know who is doing what and who is not doing what. So that's why, therefore, we said, why don't we concentrate our efforts at the parish? Number one, so that we have got a definite geographical area where somebody is answerable for transformation. Number one. The second mistake is that in all these efforts we have been doing, and all of them, even Operation Wealth Creation, our government they are the ones who would decide. The government okugabirwa. The people have been okugabirwa, have been being given. Now that one somehow has helped, but it has got a lot of problems. You hear complaints, begabira boka. The leaders only give themselves. They give their relatives. The selection is not fair. You hear all those stories. Then the third problem has been ani agura ebyokozesa. Who buys the inputs? It is the government people. They are the ones who buy. The NADS. NADS buys, gives to Operation Wealth Creation to distribute. Then you hear Bagule before, they buy poor quality, they do what? You hear all those stories. Then the distance between the money and the recipients from the district. District is very far. So therefore, the parish model has got 5 advantages. Advantage number 1, the parish model starts with organizing the recipients themselves. You recipients, organize yourselves. Make your circle where the government puts in money, but you also add on. This money is yours. So, number 1, they are the ones who they are the ones who decide for themselves. It is no longer the leaders, the government people, no, it is themselves. Number 2, they are the ones who buy for themselves the inputs. Number 3, I have written here in Runyankwere, Umwirembo, where the decisions are taken is nearby. Decisions are taken nearby. And the money of the government is received by the stakeholders themselves. Then number 5, because you see, the other ones, giving the seedlings, you give somebody the seedlings, that's the end. He doesn't give back. The one who receives does not give back. It's a grant to him. So that means you must go and look for new money to give for. You have given A, he has grown his acre of oranges, of coffee. You must go and look for new money to give to B. And then you must go back and look for new money to give to C. If you total the amount of money we have spent on these efforts in the last 20 years, it is a huge amount of money. Now, suppose this money was in a revolving fund. Suppose all this money was in a revolving fund, where I get, I use, I pay back, and somebody also uses and pays back. And then, because this is our bank, we also save and add on in our circle. Where would we be now? Would be very far. So here, when I want to quarrel, I write things in Runyankwere, because in Runyankwere you quarrel better. When you quarrel in English, things don't come. So here, I have written Omshoino. Omshoino are those holes made by the ants in the ground. Where you are putting things in the hole you are putting, and they are disappearing in the soil. So I want us to stop this Omshoino now and go to the concept of a revolving fund. A revolving fund. Low interest or no interest doesn't matter, even if they don't pay interest or they only cover inflation, because we are not after interest. But you use, after, even if we give you 3 years, because if you borrow for coffee, we don't expect you to pay in 1 year, because coffee will take 3 years to mature, or 2 years. Even if you start paying in the 4th year, but the money, and we shall also continue adding each year. We continue adding, but also they revolve. they revolve. We stop the concept of omshoino, the hole where you put, disappear, you put, disappear. No. Want the concept of revolving.